Hello, 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 and welcome to the Splat World Series Rewound, where we watch games that might not have been covered. My name is Jolteon Jack, and I am joined today by the lovely...
Other side.
That over there!
Yes, I'm Sasu, and we're going to be taking a look at FreeFlow versus Moonlight. I have a lot of love for both of these teams. I have met them in person, and for those of you who don't know, this is not the first time they have faced each other before. LTC 2024, they also had to go up against each other in this bracket, so this is going to be an exciting set to see play out before us.
I always love me a good grudge match. I am not as familiar with the teams as you are, but I am excited for some high-level Splatoon gameplay. I am familiar with one member in particular, Mr. Swish. I'm looking forward to seeing maybe some Tenebrella or anything else that he pulls out of that bag of tricks. Our first game right here is going to be up on Urchin Underpass. It's going to be interesting considering how new this app is to the game for returning players. It's going to be interesting, but let's get into it right now and see what we got. Splat zones coming at you live.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that this happens to be a counter pick for FreeFlow. So just as you pointed out, we do see Swish on that tent as you expected to see. But of note, actually, these are our two tent teams that were in the Splat World Series. So, of course, I think classically, we happen to know that Shadow tends to be on that tent, but not this time, opting instead, I think, to go on those dualies.
Early capture here for Moonlight as FreeFlow unfortunately gets a player down, however, quickly countering right here. It's two down on the side of Moonlight, and FreeFlow is going to have to try to do their best to get control here. They do manage to do so. Some 10 missiles coming out, trying to keep some pressure going right here at it, poking these corners. A lot of corners to poke here, and with that 10 and the blaster, that'll be a good combo right here, as we say. JJ trying to push back.
Absolutely, but JJ is the only person up. They do get this pick on Nolan, Adapt jumping in to make sure that pick does not kind of get lost in vain. And finally, FreeFlow once again have their hand on the zone, but as you see, Adapt unfortunately sort of wasting the special there, but not wasting that space. Getting two picks.
Hey, we've all been there when you aim a roller flick too low or a hammer shot a bit too high, or vice versa. But unfortunately, FreeFlow is able to keep control right here, doing a good job of just keeping pressure on, so Moonlight doesn't have the ability to take picks. They're down to 20 points left. Moonlight is going to have to get back in here quick, but with JJ coming around, getting the flank kill, almost getting another, gets that double, and is able to get the other off the zone. But unfortunately, Moonlight is able to take control right here. Swish going around trying to assist with some painting, and while they reassess right here, they need to be careful because Moonlight's going to be coming in with a vengeance, and FreeFlow has a lot of a penalty that they need to work out right here. Zuka coming out, double kill in one shot. That's the good Zuka shot I like to see.
Yeah, FreeFlow doing a fantastic job of just securing these picks. You see Adapt just kind of keeping that space, hoping to maybe get a better shot with that hammer. Not unfortunately going to happen. But you see already, they were at like 60 something and they're already in the 20s in terms of their penalty. So right now, both teams are contesting this. I think Nolan is the one who sent out those missiles. JJ sort of biding their time to see what they can do. And of note, JJ a little bit newer on this Octobrush. So I think they're really doing their best, and we saw them before get a triple, so good on JJ, but the zone is belonging to Moonlight, with Cakes being the only person up with that cooler.
Yeah, they're forced to jump out right there. Good. It's better to save that cooler. Make sure the team's got a lifeline as well for not only their own life but also their specials, because they're going to need it to break out right here. As Moonlight has 60 points counting down right here. 2 minutes 15 seconds left into the match. JJ coming in with the Kraken, able to get one, which is good because it's going to disrupt the rest of the team. 2 down, allowing FreeFlow to take back zone here. They're going to have to do their best to control. Getting, hopefully going to be able to get the pick off of that. Unfortunately, one goes down. JJ needs to get out of there. Good jump.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of an unfort misfire on that jump, but honestly, Moonlight going down a little bit, but they're doing a fantastic job of just keeping up this pressure on FreeFlow. Swish out with the Zuka, not quite gonna find anything. Shadow a little bit on this left, keeping this space, and I think ultimately the name of the game is to keep the space, make sure you don't get pushed back too much, and with 2 members down, that being JJ and Cakes, I think that Moonlight is positioned in a fantastic place to possibly really keep their hands on this zone, especially because you see they're almost through their penalty points.
Unfortunate trade right there, as the Hammer's only able to get a revenge kill out on Omega right there. 35 points counting down on the side of Moonlight. FreeFlow need to build some specials so they can get back in there. These 10 missiles are not going to do them any favors, as unfortunately one of them goes down. That make that 2 right there. It's looking like Moonlight's going to get the lead right here. Zuka shot unfortunately does not fully connect on Omega. FreeFlow is able to take control, but they have lost the lead, meaning they have to work down a 40-point penalty in the last minute of this game. JJ doing a good job. Unfortunately, mistimes that! Oh, and is unable to get the splat. Forces them to jump out, but that means that they're able to get back in here. Adept just doing their best to just hold them off. It's going to be a close one right here as we come down to about 30 seconds in this match.
Yeah, that was a crazy pick from Adapt that you saw. I thought that their hammer may have run out, but they did indeed end up getting that pick nonetheless. Swish in this like flanking position, you know, when there's a flanking tent, something crazy is going on, but you know they have to drop, and with 2 members of Moonlight being down, I think Adapt going down, Basil really just going everywhere. Right now, it is a skirmish to make sure that they get the zone, because we are in overtime, and FreeFlow have quite a few penalty points, taking the time into consideration.
We're seeing the Kraken coming out here, just trying to buy a bit more time. They're only down to about 5 seconds, but it's looking like, oh, the zone is contested. That's a wipeout for the side of Moonlight, and they will go up 1-0 in this set. That was a good game for game 1 right here. Close, tense, right up to the last moment. I thought it could have gone either way, but unfortunately the teamwork that Moonlight had right at the end there, just picking them off one by one, was able to give them that game.
Yeah, no, I agree. What a close game. And you see these 2 tent teams just going back and forth, because if those 2 members, I think if FreeFlow hadn't gone down, Moonlight would have certainly been in trouble, but the name of the game is survival, and I think being in that 4v2 at the end there, JJ unfortunately not able to secure all of the picks that they necessarily needed, made things tough in the end, and perhaps lost them the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a common thing that I've been hearing a lot in the professional scene here in Splatoon, but it's a thing worth remembering that obviously 2 people are better than 1. It's better to take a 2v1 in any situation than it is a 1v1. And with a 3v1 right there against Swish at the end, Moonlight was able to do a good job of just picking off a good defensive player and allow themselves to just get in, and also made it so they could better handle the incoming Kraken. Unfortunately, we're going right into this game 2 right here, which is going to be, what do we got?
Undertow zones, I believe. This is a free flow counter pick that we're going to be looking at. And you see, we've been talking about how these are the 2 tent teams in the Splat World Series, and you're going to get it, the 10v10 game here on Zones.
I wonder if they're both going to play the same lane and just fire off the umbrellas at each other. Unfortunately, Swish going down right there to Mega. Quick little roller flick. 2 down on the side of FreeFlow. Unfortunate trade right there. Going to secure the 3v2. This pencil is going to allow them to quickly maintain this area, as well as a quick little nice crisp cooler coming out there. Zuka shot trying to pick him off, unfortunately not able to. JJ able to get this splat. With that splatter color screen, they're going to need to do a lot of work to get in here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think also of note is that we see Omega on this roller, kind of like seeing a shiny Pokemon out in the wild. You don't necessarily see Omega on a weapon like this all the time, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to make sure that they stay down. I don't think that FreeFlow necessarily has anything to locate where Omega is either. You see Nolan sending out those missiles, Adapt getting a little bit chipped, but sending out a really strong splatter color screen, but it's not going to be enough to hide away from Basil.
Basil doing a quick little hop right there. There's not going to be any loss of vision right here for them. The cooler coming out is going to allow that team to have a bit of a lifeline right here, which they're going to need because the zone is very contested right now. Moonlight's able to get it back under their control as Omega is able to respawn, grab the cooler. Somehow not die to that approach and quickly super jump out thanks to the cooler. FreeFlow is looking to get back in there with Shadow is just doing a great job just holding this area. That 10 is a constant pressure. And with the Zuka, they know they can't approach down the sightlines.
Yeah, I think this is really tough. Of course, you have Basil as the anchor for Moonlight, coming up against Cakes, who's on that heavy edit, and it can just be so tough for someone to have a snipe like this with a clear sight view that can just chip away at people like you currently see Basil doing while Cakes is trying to get some of that paint down. And right now, it's just a game of splats. Adapt gonna get that splat, gonna go after Basil, but not without Basil being able to jump out right now. So finally, FreeFlow has a really good hold, it seems, on the zone, but that shiny Omega on Roller gonna cause some trouble for them.
Yeah, it's like you see a shiny Pokemon, and then instead of clicking like a move you would normally expect, they suddenly click like Giga Impact or something and just obliterate you. But JJ is able to just secure this position right here, working with Swish for that Zuka shot. Not able to pick one off, but doing a good job of just dispersing the rest of the team, laying down some mines right here. They've taken the lead as we go into 2 minutes 15 seconds. There's still plenty of time left on the clock, but with how far back FreeFlow have Moonlight pushed into their base, they're going to have to do a lot of effort to get out of there, such as this 10 of missiles and bubble combo. Plus, a Zuka is able to secure 3 splats. Make that 4. That is a delayed wipeout right here, allowing Moonlight to take back control of the zone.
Absolutely. Now they are going to be hard pressed to get back into mid. They have quite a few weapons that are just looking to splat them and quite frankly keep that space. So they're at a bit of a deficit. I think that this is a more aggressive comp that they have, but Adapt getting that really good pick and sending out that splatter color screen is going to be moving forward. But I think Swish is the only person left alive. So right now, likely going to be picked off with all of the members on them, or at the very least giving up that space. And with Nolan sending out those missiles, this is just a really oppressive hold from Moonlight.
Yep, trying to counter Zuka right there, being like, hey, you missed me, so let me see if I miss you. Nope. JJ out here able to get a kill and hopefully be able to secure this side of the zone with a little assistance coming in from the rest of the team. Roller is able to pick him off right there. Cake's laying down some Soda as they need to push in right here. Hopefully going to be able to do so with that splatter color screen. A minute left on the clock. Omega able to get the shark, but unfortunately goes down right here. There is so much paint going around from both sides of the screen. The sides of the zones keep flipping back and forth and back and forth. Moonlight is able to stay in control right here, but I don't know how much longer they might be able to. We got 38 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, despite a lot of contesting of the zone, it seems as though FreeFlow has just been having a really hard time capping that zone. You see JJ trying to get some ink down, but it is just not going to be enough. I think through all the skirmishing that was happening when the dust settles at the end of the day, both of these zones in that Moonlight green. So they are going to end out that set in a 2-0. Yeah, finishing off the set essentially.
Yeah, it's a quick game, Splatoon, especially on modes like this between two great teams. It's either going to be a they're long drawn-out fights. No wipeouts here, but at the end, Moonlight's going to take it over FreeFlow 2-0. God, it was very interesting to just see the picks and counter picks between each team, especially seeing two 10 missiles fight, 10 umbrellas, fight against each other. You never really get to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see with 30 seconds left, even though this ends in a 2-0, these were quite close games. You know, sometimes the set doesn't quite tell the story of what happened, but definitely glad to see these two lovely teams that I have a lot of love in my heart for competing here on the Splat World Series. So definitely GG's to both teams and good to watch.
Absolutely delightful to watch. I hope you all at home had as much fun as we did here. I also enjoy watching both of these teams. They were phenomenal. I can't wait to learn more about them and keep seeing them again and again and again.
Yeah, and absolutely. This, of course, will be on the IPL channel. So if you want to get a closer look at what both of these teams were doing immediately after the segment, there will be full uploads with POVs of both of these games. So stay watching, look at the other games, and thank you for joining us.